We flying down the hallway. I'm getting my exercise sprinting back and forth in the night air here. I wonder if that's good for my liver too, or if I should just stick to the electric camel. Hello everybody and welcome back to Take Your Time Gaming. I'm your Captain Wesley. This is episode 3 of Titanic Adventure Out of Time. So in the previous episode, we met up with our contact Penny Pringle in the gymnasium. I rode an electric camel, which was very exciting. We heard about a card game that's going on in the smoking lounge. We met Mr. Zeitel in the Café Parisien, who was suitably standoffish for a German secret agent or whatever he is with the Rubaiyat. And so now we're trying to track down, I have a list of a few things here that I've made notes on that we need to follow up on. We need to check the card game. We need to maybe knock on GQC's door, A27. So we found out the name of GQC for Daisy. And also she gave us a note from Andrew Conkling who said to meet him in the Scotland Road, who's friends with the captain. So we have a list of things that we should do. Let's first go to check out this card game. Before you do that, though, grab a tasty beverage and let's get started. Okay. So we are in the aft grand staircase, or sorry, the main grand staircase here, and the smoking room is at the very top. So let us go in and meet the people here in the smoking room.
Good evening, mon ami. Buick Riviera welcomes you to the tables. You look familiar. We make a meeting before? Deauville? The casino at Monaco? New Mexico. I lived there once. In Diamondback. Such a town. So, have we met?
Yes, so I've actually met him before in Diamondback at the Hard Drive Saloon. So if you haven't played Dust: A Tale of the Wild West, you should, because it's another great Cyberflix game. But let us tell him, yes, we've met before at the Hard Drive Saloon.
C'est vrai. Then we shall use my special cards.
That's a nice touch. That's the same cards from the casino, from the Hard Drive Saloon casino in Diamondback in Dust: A Tale of the Wild West. So, what do I got here? 11. I will hit. 17. I'm going to stand. 19. Of course he wins.
I have won as you see. Je regrette. Again?
Je regrette. I need to beat him at least once, I think. Just to prove I haven't lost my touch since I lived in the deserts of New Mexico. 5. Hit me, please. Now I have 13. Hit me again. Busted.
I win. You like to play again?
Yes, one more hand. I know you cheat, but that's okay. Hit me. 18. I will stand. He's probably got 19. He will win again. I love the laughing animations on the characters.
I win. Another hand, mon ami?
I'm going to stand pat at 20. 20.
It is a draw, mon ami. You like to play again?
Blackjack.
Blackjack.
What now?
You are the winner. Again?
Oh, I've got to go now.
Good night.
So, he hasn't given me any information.
Try your luck.
No.
Bonne chance, mon ami. Good night.
And I don't have any money, so I don't really understand the purpose of that game. But, interesting to know he's on board. It's a nice crossover with the previous Cyberflix game. This is a lovely lounge. It's got some beautiful stained glass windows or lit, backlit stained glass in this lovely wood cabinetry or casement here. Seems like this is the equivalent of the casino, the smoking lounge. Although I only see Buick with his deck of cards. There's a mirror. This looks like a lovely place to go meet your Yale lacrosse buddies and tell jokes at the expense of those less fortunate than you.
I don't know you, nor do I want to. Leave me or I shall summon a steward.
Okay, so I can tell her, excuse me. Say, make a comment about her smoking habit, which seems a little bit rude. Say, actually, they don't allow women in here, which I think might be the better option here, because she's tried to say, get out of here, I'll report you. So I'm going to turn that back around and be like, well, you shouldn't be in here in the first place, because I think she might have some information. Otherwise, why be so rude in the first place?
Tell me, do you approve of women who smoke?
So what should I say? Do I approve? Doesn't matter whether I approve or not, but where there's smoke, there's fire.
You're witty. Most men take their indulgences one at a time. Combine them, like women with tobacco, and they pitch fits. Pity.
Well, I am a spy. I live a short and fast life, so why not?
I must stop our chat here.
Tell me more.
I've other concerns. My maid, she's left us.
I'm sorry.
Yes, well, good night.
Good night. Okay, so potentially made a good first impression on whoever that may be. I don't know. She didn't give me her name. Because I was rude to her, probably. Just this man standing over there in the corner by himself with nothing else to do. Lovely harbor scene in New York, the Statue of Liberty, with several sailing ships and a few steamers around it. I'm sure this has some significance, whatever the... It's a lovely fireplace. I wonder if there's any secrets about the fireplace. The old fallback clicky never steers me wrong when I'm investigating puzzle games. You just keep clicking until you find something, basically. And if you don't, well, try again later. I can't talk to any of these people. They're not very interested or interesting. I've met Buick Riviera. I don't know for what purpose that is. So let me note that down. So we have a choice to go check out George Quincy Clifford's quarters, A27, or we can go meet Andrew Conkling in Scotland Road. So Scotland Road is very interesting because it's the quarters, or the passage that links all of the quarters together. That's access for the attendants, for all of the crew on board the ship. It's not really meant for people's access, if I recall correctly. So let's see if we can find our way to Scotland Road. Not Scotland Yard, which is the intelligence service in Britain. So my cabin is marked here. Thank you, Smethels. Aft Scotland Road, steward's quarters, 4 Scotland Road, stairs to F deck. So I need to get down to E deck. I can take the elevator here from the staircase. Let's go down to E deck and check out Scotland Road. We've just so far been on the pretty places on the ship, so let's see what it's like in the more working class areas of the ship, I guess I should say. So the grand staircase only goes down to C deck, and to get down farther, we're going to need to take the elevator, it looks like. Which is up 1, I believe. Nope, I'm in the wrong staircase. Okay, so.
Yes?
Oh, well, let's go in the first class lounge while we're here. Smethels is asking, is it open?
The lounge is closed for the night. We'd open it again only in an emergency, which we are not experiencing at the moment. Good night.
So, if something is hidden in the first class lounge, I will need to access it in times of emergency, I think. So, I'm going to make a note here of the first class lounge. So, poor Smethels won't let us in. There are so many beautiful ferns on the ship. It's really going to be a tragedy when the ship goes down because they are really some prime examples of their species. I'm sure if there's any botanists on board, they will lament the loss. Zip down to the grand staircase.
Right then, where to?
Let's go to D-deck, please.
Mind the gate. It's a cold night, this. Pretty much everyone's early to bed. Makes me job that much easier. Your deck now.
Okay. We're in D-deck. Some kind of suspenseful music, actually. All the lights are turned off down here in the lounge. It's bedtime. Let's see if time has advanced any. Nope, still 9:45. So nothing important has happened. Another lovely painting on the D-deck cabins. Oh wow, that's lovely. It's a lovely chandelier, or I guess candelabrum. So I can't get to Scotland Road. How do I get to Scotland Road? I wonder if he knows how to get to Scotland Road, if he'll
This
tell me.
way, where to? At your service.
No, he won't tell me how to get to Scotland Road. To Scotland Road.
Take my lift to D-deck. Take the doors beneath the stairs. Go down one flight to E-deck. You'll see the signs to Scotland Road. Now where to? Very good.
Okay.
Then. Cheers.
His right. Take the stairs to E-deck, he said, but those stairs don't go the right direction. Well, let's go up them anyway and see. I'm supposed to go right to his right, which is this side. And I can't go down. He says go down to E-deck. See if the map can help us out. D-deck cabins. Second class stairs should get us to E-deck. It says reception stairs come in here, but let's take the second class stairs on the other side if we go up a floor. I like how he's on both floors at the same time. That's a very attentive attendant. I'm in the aft grand staircase, so let's go outside, hook around to the second class stairs, and go down there. That should help us out a little bit. We flying down the hallway. Let's go down. We are now, should be fairly close to the second class stairs. Nope, we're at the wrong end of the ship. Whoops. The ship is so big. I'm getting my exercise sprinting back and forth in the night air here. I wonder if that's good for my liver too, or if I should just stick to the electric camel. Aft grand staircase. I really want second class stairs. Well, perhaps we can access them from the aft grand staircase. Many doors that you can't go into, unfortunately. Well, I am having trouble navigating here. Let me go back to... That's what happens when you make a ship that's as big as a city. I need to go down. But I don't know how to get down. Maybe I can go down this way and come back around to it. Nope. Aha, okay, so I'm down in luggage area. Forecastle deck. Cargo hold. I don't know if I'm allowed in here. I don't think I'm allowed in here. It'd be a shame to be kicked off and investigated because I am a spy and they start looking into me more closely than needed. So, no need to draw attention to myself just yet. Okay, I need to ask my attendant how to get to the second class stairs. Excuse me, sir.
Where to? At your service.
I need directions to Scotland Road.
Take my lift to D deck. Take the doors beneath the stairs. Go down one flight to E deck. You'll see the signs to Scotland. Now where to? Very good then. Cheers.
Okay, so he says go down the stairs and then take the doors under the stairs. I don't know. Is this it? Is there... Ah, there's a door here. Okay, so I walked right past this earlier. At the bottom of the stairs, if you hook around, there is another doorway leading underneath the stairs to D deck or down. Let us go down into E deck. Still quite luxurious. A little bit more cramped, I think, than the first class quarters. Let's check out Scotland Road. Yes, so it's very utilitarian. It is not nearly as lavish as the upper decks. I'm supposed to meet a kind gentleman here in Scotland Road. That one is, you can see it's blocked off here and I can't go up that staircase. I can go to F decks and the third class cabins. So down here, I'm in the bowels of the ship really now on F deck in the middle of the ship. This is a little spooky, really. So there is accommodations for cabin class. Third class. And I don't know where I'm supposed to meet this gentleman, Mr. Conkling. Scotland Road. Aft. Okay, here we go.
Hello, I'm Conkling. Good of you to come. I trust you're finding the accommodation satisfactory?
Yes, they are, thank you.
You're welcome. White Star's anxious for everyone to be as comfortable as possible, particularly on the maiden voyage.
Why would you like to meet me here in the bowels of the ship?
Sorry to seem mysterious. You must understand someone in my position, an investor in this ship, needs discretion.
Discretion is the better part of valor.
You're under no obligation, of course. I have a slight problem. You may be able to help. A servant has stolen an important business document from me, and I must recover it. A few years ago, my wife Beatrix hired a young Irish girl as maid in our London house. We treated her well. 2 weeks ago, she up and left without notice, taking a certain letter with her. I'd given up all hope of recovering it. Until my wife spotted her this morning on the third-class promenade. Needless to say, I checked with the purser. She'd been scheduled to sail on the Philadelphia, but those passengers were transferred on board the Titanic because of a coal strike.
Coal strike, that's true. The Titanic was lucky to have all of its coal loaded on board before it left Southampton. So you're quite lucky that she's on the ship.
Yes, you could say so.
But why not confront her yourself?
I'd prefer to employ the services of a third party. You.
What's so special about me?
Government officials, friends of mine, told me a bureau agent was on board. I found you through Mrs. Cashmore, a preposterous woman. But she does have an eye for accomplishment. Look, will you help me? You will be rewarded handsomely.
I need more information.
Her name is Shailagh Hacker. She's 20 or thereabouts. I was her benefactor, one might say.
Okay, just her benefactor. There may be some more information there. I feel like she's got dirt on him. Like this letter that she stole is proof of some misdeed that this important businessman has done, and now she's going to go either sell it to a third party or escape his clutches by leaving with this blackmail in hopes to keep him away from her.
Yes. This puts me in a difficult situation. This young woman, she could cause considerable damage to me, to my reputation, if she goes to the newspapers.
I see. So what's in the letter then?
Confidential business matters. Conkling Steel provides steel for ships. This ship, for example. If the contents of the letter were publicized, our competitors would profit greatly.
So she has dirt on you, which could either be that there were some kickbacks involved in the construction of this ship, or it could be personal and you just don't want to admit it. I don't know which one. But where is she now? Maybe I can go ferret some information out of her.
I've gotten word to her to meet on the poop deck. Go in my place. Tell her there'll be no trouble if she returns the letter. Afterwards, report to me in our suite, B59. Her name is Shailagh Hacker. Good night.
So, once I go on the poop deck and meet Shailagh Hacker and get this information, I may choose to report this information to Conkling in B59. Or Conkling, I suppose. So let's check our handy-dandy map and see where we need to go. A deck, boat deck, bridge, Astors promenade. Where is the poop deck on this ship? So the B deck, bridge, and then the forecastle deck would be the front, the one that we were on before, doing our best Titanic impression of Rose and Jack, and then the poop deck is aft, so the aft deck on B deck. Let's go back, get out of the dampness and such that is this part of the ship. Oh, the engine room. I don't think I belong in there, but I might need to go in there at some point. No access here. How do I get out of this place? F deck, third class cabin. So the because ships are notoriously clammy and damp. I mean, you're in an ocean basically, and you're removing water from the system all the time. The ceilings were made of cork, at least in the first class cabins. I'm not sure about third class, to allow some of that moisture to escape. Which was really like when they built the thing to be basically like a hotel, they considered all of the effects of this extra humidity, which is another reason that they made this ship kind of an engineering marvel, because it promised comfort despite the fact that you're on a ship, which is more or less an uncomfortable place to be in terms of climate control. Oh, hello.
A fine night to be indoors, cold as the dickens outside. Cold but clear.
I'd like to know more about you. He's clutching a King James Bible.
Clear as a bell, and the stars, oh, you should see 1,000,000 stars in God's firmament. A congregation of light. The name's Trout. The Reverend Edgar. I'm returning from a mission in Africa, to Sunapee, New Hampshire, where I mean, I live. Emily, my wife, she's dead.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. We had looked forward to this journey. But she died at Port Said, though it was Nyasaland that killed her. The doctors, you know, never did find all the parasites. Calling on Miss Pringle, she has been invaluable this voyage, a pillar. Oh yes, we're very glad she's with us. They say you met Trask.
Yes, I did meet Trask. So they were on a mission. He and his wife were on a mission to Africa. His wife unfortunately passed from the parasites, which are kind of an inevitable part of such a mission, I think, especially in this time of the world. He is familiar with Miss Pringle, so at least they get along together, which kind of adds layer of uncertainty to his story, I think. I mean, I don't doubt that he was in Africa doing something, but I think, like everyone on board, everyone has their own motivations and purposes. And I have met Trask. I'm sure he's at odds with you, being very different in belief.
Be wary of him. Trask's a trickster. Take this card, a prayer card, from my own collection.
Okay. I will check it out.
So you must like it, this section of the Titanic.
What section do you mean?
Here, second class. You can get to Scotland Road from here. Do you know it? Scotland Road?
I'm gonna play dumb here to get more information out of him. What's Scotland Road?
Scotland Road runs the length of the ship, from stern to bow on E-deck. It allows the crew to get from one side to the other quickly. I could go to third class if I take the Scotland Road, but I don't believe in social mixing. No, it creates too much anxiety. A place for everyone, and everyone a place. Though some don't choose to see it that way.
Interesting. What do you mean by that?
In the course of my ministrations, I've observed a gentleman from first class, a young German, among the steerage women. Most unnatural. I haven't said anything. I wouldn't want to upset the ladies, especially Miss Pringle. She seems a fragile vessel.
She does not seem fragile to me. I think you're projecting, but, okay. So how do I get here to Scotland
Behind
Road?
me, through those doors.
Thanks.
Wait, before you leave, I was wondering, perhaps you'd care to make a donation to our mission in Nyasaland.
Well, it sounds like a good cause, so let's talk about it later.
I am very happy. Tomorrow we will discuss everything. Good evening.
So I now have this card from the Reverend. So ostensibly some sort of verification that I have talked to him, and I don't know what use that'll come in later, if any. But in any case, so we've learned of a German man in steerage that has a way with the ladies. So let us continue to make our way back up to the poop deck, which hopefully is devoid of its namesake. Second class dining saloon. Let's check it out while we're here just to see if there's anything. Nope, they are closed as well. So nothing to investigate down here. Second class library. Also locked. To poop deck. Okay, that was easy enough. So I'm now at the aft of the ship. I exited the second class cabins. Let's go up here on the poop deck. Nice and chilly in the air here. I can overlook the side of the ship at the beautiful waves passing and all of the stars that the Reverend mentioned. A bit ominous, knowing the ultimate fate of these people.
What did I tell you, Shay? I knew he'd not come in person.
Hush, Jack, hush. Conkling, he did send you, didn't he?
Well, he didn't say there would be two of you.
I told you, it's a trick. I knew Conkling wouldn't come. He sent one of his cronies instead.
Are you her friend or her protector? I'm gonna ask if you're her friend first.
I'm her brother. And Conkling. Because of him, Shailagh's had to leave everything and everyone she knows.
Jack, no.
That son of a bitch. She was his maid and all the time violating it.
Hush, Jack. I'll have no more of it. Go on, Jack, say it.
You tell Conkling we have his letter, and he'll not be seeing it till he coughs up a tidy sum, too.
Well, if you're going to threaten ransom, I need to know how much ransom will be.
5,000, do you hear? Dollars. Enough to get her started right. And if he moves a hand against us, I'll make sure the newspapers get the letter and print it. So tell Conkling. 5,000. Measured against what he has is a bloody bargain.
Alrighty, I'll relay your message and see what he has to say. I hope he doesn't want me to start doing more than just be a messenger, but, good meeting you.
Meet us here again. At 1 tonight.
$5,000, then he'll get his damn letter. Agreed?
I'll have to ask Conkling.
It's your only chance. We'll be waiting for you.
Okay. Well, while you stand out here in the freezing air, I'm gonna go back inside and ask Mr. Conkling if he's willing to part with $5,000 to clear his good name. So I'm going up the stairs. I mean, really, like, even in second class, this was very well appointed. I mean, it's still a beautiful ship. Third class was very maritime. I mean, it was very Spartan, but at the same time... Oh, hello. This may be Georgia.
You came after all this time. It's Georgia. I'd heard you on board. Where have you been?
Well, I was detained.
It's been 5 years. I'd have waited a lot longer to see you again. Why didn't you tell me where you'd gone? Dina hadn't a clue, nor did Jack. My letters were returned. Just like you to show up now, with everything such a beastly mess. You must help me.
What are you talking about?
You've no doubt heard the rumors. I won't deny most of them. I can't.
Well, why don't you tell me what rumors you're talking about?
Even if the money's gone, I won't give the diamonds to Charles. These are all that remains. My insurance for a new life without Charles or Saoirse.
Charles, I guess, is your husband who has lost his money through these poorly thought out business interests. But who's Saoirse?
Saoirse? The owner of the Barbican Gallery? We're friends. Of a sort. He's sailing on the Titanic, taking some paintings to New York to sell. Please. I mustn't talk any longer. Take it. Take the necklace. It's my only chance now. Keep it for me. And don't tell Charles you have it. You can't know what he's like.
Man, that's very trusting. She must... I mean, it seems like we have history together. She knows who I am, and she knows that I've been on the ship. But for her just to hand over her life insurance policy to me when trying to escape from her husband, who has no money and probably needs to sell that to pay his bills, I'm a little bit uncomfortable with that. Maybe I should give it to the purser and have him hold on to it on deck, but that might also alert someone that the purser doesn't seem to keep a very good secret, so perhaps that's not the best idea. Well, in any case... Back to the staircase. I'm going to go visit Mr. Conkling in B59. B-deck cabins. don't know what number this is. B52. Oh, it's the Love Shack. This joke brought to you by 80s music. Nope. I'm on the wrong side of the hallway, I believe. B51, B55, B59.
Come in.
Ooh, it's very dark and brooding in here.
I'd hoped to meet you earlier. However, my wife and I were calling on the Astors. Madeline's pregnant. Beatrix was thrilled. We have no children.
Well, that's... Congratulations with that. I'm sure you're a very important member of the socialite community if you're talking to the Astors, who are heir to the spice fortune, the Astor spice fortune, and are on board, the richest passengers on board, in fact. I found Miss Hacker and her brother.
I see. It's a ransom. May I present Mrs. Conkling?
Oh, it's you.
You should pitch the ungrateful girl overboard.
Charmed, I think.
Your clothes, French cut. Quite fetching. I forgot to tell you when we first met.
Beatrix is on her way to California. She's got a new project in... Where is it, dear?
A cow town, someplace called Los Angeles. I'm doing up a little resort there. It's called the Beverly Hills Hotel. So, where is the Irish tart? Dreaming of her newfound riches?
We were just talking about that, darling.
My husband and myself extended every courtesy, showed every kindness to Shailagh. We've no children. Shailagh became quite dear to us. So her theft hurt us all the more for the trust we placed in her. Don't fail us. Now, excuse me. I must retire. I have a frightful headache.
Good night. Sorry about your headache. Maybe if you took off your hat. She seems to appreciate sarcasm, so perhaps I'll try it.
It was a pleasure. Good night. Andrew?
Nope.
My wife felt strongly about Shailagh. As I've told you, we had no children of our own. Look, you must get that letter. Don't wait until tomorrow. See if you can speak to Shailagh directly, without her brother. She's in the third-class cabins forward, on F deck, number 59. Good night. I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Okay, so more time has passed. We have learned that Mr. and Mrs. Conkling wanted children, but were unable to have children, thankfully or luckily for them. Beatrix is now pregnant, but what I find interesting is that I wonder if there was pressure for Shailagh to have their child. I don't know. I mean, it could be a bunch of things. There's a lot of intrigue going on here, and I don't want to be caught up in the wrong part of it, because I do have a mission on board, and my mission is not to cater to the rich people, despite the fact that everybody seems to know I'm a secret agent. I don't know how I have any semblance of cover on board, since everyone knows me. But I'm going to save the game real quick. And we have been recording now for about 40 minutes, so I think once I take out some of the note-taking, we'll be at about 30 minutes time. We've had some very interesting things happen. We've met up with Mr. and Mrs. Conkling. We've suddenly are in possession of a very expensive diamond necklace that I am not sure what to do with, or if somebody's going to try to assault me over it. So tune in next time when we try to unravel a little bit more of the mysteries on board. All we've got is more threads to tug on in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you think of this in the comments. Find me on Twitter, TOT Gaming WB. Find Katie on Twitter, TOT Gaming KC. She'll post the updates for this video. But yeah, let me know if you've ever played this game before and what you think about it. And I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Cheers.